Hustle Report with Jason Malone, presented by Clicks Media.
Now here's your host.
So I want to talk about just the overall process of failure when you start your business and you're on your pathway to success, and how failure actually plays a vital part in your journey of success, and how to use failure to propel you forward. We live in a society where, because everything is so hyper focused on instant gratification, a lot of times failure is shunned in a way where it should actually be looked at as a process, as part of the process to help you actually achieve what you want to achieve. Especially as a business owner, we should not vilify failure, because it's in those failures that we actually learn the lessons that are required to help us make sure that we avoid pitfalls in the future, that we can make the right turns, make any necessary pivots that are required to help us to continue to excel. And I think the main reason why failure is looked upon this way is because success is viewed as a destination. And I don't think that's right. I don't think success should be viewed as a destination. Success should be viewed as the journey. Success is the progression, your progression towards achieving a worthy ideal or goal, right? So with success not being a final destination, that failure is simply a lesson that you learn in that journey. That failure is what helps you change your path of progression. It gives you the lessons. It gives you the tools that are necessary to arm you so that you can make better decisions and prepare you for the future. With failures, we do not take L's. There are no losses with failures. Your L's should be your lessons. And yes, sometimes the failure may hurt, but that pain is what helps you push you through. And that's with anything, right? If you're lifting weights, if you're training to work out, we're not talking about injuries. We're talking about the pain that you experience as you push to break through. That's what's allowing for your muscles to grow, things to get stronger. And that works in the same way as you are trying to pursue a business goal or any personal development goal. You jump out there, it may not work out, but those things that you learn in that process of it not working out will help you for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, as long as you're continually progressing towards your goal and towards a worthy ideal. Now, in my own entrepreneurial journey, I have experienced tons of failure. I've made bad investments, but the good thing is that I've learned from those mistakes. I've learned from those processes that have helped me with the things that I'm currently doing. You know, one of the first major businesses that I launched, I was just out of business school, and I raised some money to get into the restaurant business / real estate business with the idea that we were going to revitalize certain communities that were underinvested, certain urban communities. So a buddy of mine, we raised some capital. We made some investments. We acquired a few locations. And in that process of running those locations, we learned so much. Now, it didn't work out, and we did lose a lot of money in the process. But in that 2.5 year period, that money that we lost paid for those lessons. And those lessons were valuable lessons that have continued to help me today. Lessons in operations, lessons in financial management, lessons in human capital management, lessons in my own leadership skills, how I communicate with my team, personal development that I gained from that process of failure. These are all lessons that have helped me for what I am doing today. So even though it hurt at that time, and it wasn't something that I was really smiling about at that time, that failure has continued to help me in my journey towards success. Those lessons in failure are packed with wisdom. And, you know, me being a man of faith, the Bible says that wisdom is more precious than silver and gold. And so being able to obtain that wisdom in these processes are, I mean, it's invaluable as it relates to what you can achieve based on those lessons. As long as you apply those lessons, apply those skills that you've learned from the failure. What did you learn about yourself, your personal development, your leadership skills? Apply that to what you're doing. So, wear that failure in a sense with a badge of honor, because it's essentially it helped you push. It will help you continue to push forward. Don't be ashamed of, any issues that you've had and failures that you have experienced. Take the time, be introspective, think about what you learned in those processes, and think about how you can apply it to what you're currently doing. Reflect on how you can make sure that you avoid previous pitfalls. And also think about how you can add value to others based on what you've learned, right? Because your failures and your journey can certainly benefit others that are coming up behind you. What can you do, or what can you teach them so that they don't make the same mistakes that you made? Every journey of success is riddled with lessons in the failures. Even some of the major large corporations that we all know about, they are still failing. They're introducing new products. They're implementing new strategies. They're trying to put into place new processes. And some of these things aren't working. Maybe a lot of them are not working. That doesn't mean the company just goes belly up. They just pivot and they shift and they adapt. And that process of adapting and pivoting based on what you learned will continue to help you, just like it helps the major corporations. If we get to a point where we are too afraid to fail, that puts us in a state of fear where we cannot act. And in order to achieve what we're trying to achieve, we have to be pushing forward. We have to be moving. But if we're too afraid of failing, we stay in the same place. We're stuck. And, using the same example of a large corporation, if they stop innovating, that company will die. And the same thing will happen with your success journey. If you stop pushing because you're afraid to fail, your success journey will die. There's a meme that I see, on the internet, on Instagram and stuff, that shows an actual pathway to success. And most of us think that the staircase to success is very linear, but it actually isn't. It's all over the place. Sometimes you take steps backwards to move forward. But as long as you're applying those lessons, as long as you're making sure that you're introspective and figuring out how you can adapt based on what you went through, then your journey of success will continue. Because it is not a straight line. It is all over the place. And there will be some dark moments. There will be some moments where you're questioning yourself. But just remember that failure, wear it as a badge of honor, because just because you have failed, there's something that you will grasp from that you can apply to your future. Many, many successful entrepreneurs, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies today are where they are because their first venture, the first thing that they started out to do, did not work. But regardless, you have to keep swinging. You have to keep going and understand that it's all part of what it is that you're going to do. You're going to fail a lot in your process. And even as you continue to climb the mountain, things are going to throw you for a loop. But it is what it is. You just keep moving, keep progressing, never stop. Because the journey of success is just that. It is a journey. Appreciate the journey. Appreciate all that you learn along the way of the journey. I had a mentor tell me this when I first started out, and I'm just so thankful that I listened and that I applied that, because like I said, I bumped my head so many times. Those that are around me that are also starting their own business and on their own entrepreneurial journey, it's been the same thing for them. We've all have bumped our heads, but we know and understand that those L's are not losses, they are lessons. Take those lessons, learn from them, and apply them as you continue to progress in your success journey. All right, guys, this episode was brought to you by Clicks Media, where we're focused on giving you the tools and information that you need to help you start and scale your online business. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.